Welcome to another video, part of this series where we're building an e-commerce website with Django. If you'd like to follow along, just go to the Django e-commerce GitHub repository. The link is in the description of this video, and you can just clone or download it to follow along. Before we get into this, we just released our new course where we build a software as a service with the Django REST framework and React. We cover everything from scratch all the way to deploying. So if you're interested in more advanced and in-depth Django courses, then head over to our website, justdjango.com. The link is in the description of this video, and otherwise enjoy this one. So in this one, we're going to focus on adding discount codes to our checkout process. I'm just going to log in here so we can see where that's coming through. We can just go to the cart, proceed to checkout, and here it is. And there's one or two things that we also need to fix up. First, it's here if we just go to the home view, the list items of these products, they have the same image, and that's because we don't actually have an image field on our model at the moment. So let's just go up top to this item, and I'm going to add models.image field, which will be the image for that product, and we're going to need to run pip install pillow so that we can do this. Cool, then I'll just say pip freeze into requirements, and then we can run the server. Cool, so now instead of rendering out this static image, we can then go and output the image itself on the model. So I'm going to go here to home.html, and we can just go here to this image. Just going to comment that out, and I'm going to create an image tag, and we're going to need a source, which is just going to be item dot, and this is image, so item dot image dot URL, and then I'm going to use the same class here, so just like this, and then I'm going to take this URL, and I'm just going to download the image. Then I can close this, and we're going to go into the admin, and I'll go to the items, and right, we didn't make migrations, so we can say manage.py, make migrations, and I'm just going to quit here so that we can add blank and null are true. Then I'll make migrations again, and then we could say migrate. Cool, now we can run the server. Then we can go back here to the admin, and I'm just going to go to both items here and choose an image. Okay, now both of them have images, and I'm going to go here and remove blank and null as true and make migrations. And I'm going to say ignore for now and migrate again. There we go. Then we can run the server. Cool. So now let's go to the home view. And they aren't outputting, and that's because the folder we've specified here for the media root is inheriting from the virtual environment path, and I'm going to change this to the base directory, and same thing for static root. Then I'll get rid of that. I'll change this to media root, and now I just moved the media directory back inside here because it was one folder outside the project. And then I'm just going to make sure that this is renamed media root. So now let's go back, refresh this, and let's just make sure that we get rid of that as well. Okay, and they still aren't displaying, so let's just inspect here. And if we grab that URL, paste it there, see media is not actually a URL, so we're going to need to go inside URLs here. I'm just going to go here to the top and just say from django.conf.urls.static, import static, and I'm going to add a static URL to settings.media URL and say document root equals settings.media root. Okay, let's go back and refresh this now. There it is. And let's go back. Okay, now that's displaying. I'm also going to paste this, and we'll change this one to static URL and this to static root. Okay, cool. Now, if we go here to the cart, you can see that we have this item in the cart. I'm going to go and open up the admin as well so we can see this in action. And I'm going to go to the orders. And actually, one way of helping us distinguish which orders are which, let's just go into the core admin. And here I'm going to say that this is the order admin, and it's going to come from admin.modelAdmin. And I'll just say that the list display equals to, and let's just get the model here. So we have user, and then I'm also going to display the ordered field like this. Then I'm just going to bring this in like that. Let's come back. Okay, there we go. So now we know which ones are ordered or not. So I'm going to go to the unordered one, and we see that we have this item in the order. And so let's go and proceed to checkout and just put in anything here, and we'll select Stripe, continue to checkout, then just add the credit card and say submit payment. Okay, now it was successful. So we don't have anything in the cart, that's correct. But if we go back here to orders, that one is now ordered, and it shows that that item is there, and it was the $200 item. So if I come back here and add this to cart, you can see again it still has that same price, the same quantity, which means it's the same order item. So what we need to do is go on to our order item, and here we have the ordered field, and we weren't changing this value last time when we were submitting the payment. So let's just go here to the view, and here when we were saving the order, we were saying order.ordered equals true, and we needed to do the same thing for all of the items in the order. So what I'm going to do here is just say that the order items equals to order.items.all, and because we have a query set and we want to update all of these items, we can simply just call the update method on the query set. So we can say order items.update, and the field that we want to update is the ordered field, and we want to set it equal to true. But then we need to loop through all of these order items and save each order item as well. So we're going to say for item in order items, just call item.save. And like this, we can then go and test this. So let's go and add this to cart. There it is. Proceed to checkout. Continue to checkout. Submit payment. Now let's go here to the orders. There's that third order, and we see ordered is true. We go to order items. Now we can see that order item has been ordered. So if we come here and go to the same item and add to cart, now we see that it's adding exactly one unique item, and that means we can go back here, and now we have a new order item. Cool, so that is fixed, and now we can look at creating discount codes. So what I'm going to do is in this models.py file, we're going to create a new class, and this is going to be, let's say, a coupon. Comes from models.model, and I'll just say that the code is a character field. And we'll say that the maximum length is 15 characters, and then just say define string of self, and we'll say return self.code, and we can bring this into the admin as well. And we're going to need to run make migrations, and then just say migrate, and then we can run the server. And so here we can go back to coupons and add a coupon. And this is just going to be any code. So let's say first timer, just save that. And then if we go here to the cart and proceed to checkout, Then here in this form, we're going to enter that value. We're going to create a view that will handle taking in that code, check if the code exists. If it does, and the user hasn't used it already, and we could do some other things to see, like, does the coupon that the order has already give a higher percentage discount than the one you're trying to add? We're not going to add something like that, but that's some ideas that you could get creative with. And then just do basic validation to add it onto the cart. So let's come back here and we'll go to the view. We'll come all the way down and we're going to create a new view, and this is going to be add coupon, which will just take in a request and a code. And so we're going to want to get the user's order. So let's get all of this here. So we could actually just call .get, and what we'll do is we'll just put it in a try statement, and we'll just say except the object does not exist, which we already have imported from the top here. So if the object does not exist, then we'll just return a redirect, and we could say that this goes to, let's say, core order summary, or rather checkout, and we'll display a message and just say you do not have an active order, which is fine. So if we do have that order, then we're going to check that the coupon code exists. So let's go to the top and import the coupon. There it is. And then here we'll say that the coupon equals to coupon.objects.get, where code equals to code. And we're also catching the exception here, but let's just define a shortcut method here, and we'll just say this is get coupon, which just takes a code, and we'll do this same thing here, but we could wrap it in a try statement and just paste that right there. And if it doesn't exist, then we'll just say this also takes a request maybe, and we'll say this coupon does not exist. And then here we can say coupon equals to get coupon, where the request is the request and the code is a code we're being passed in here. And then here we just need to make sure to return that coupon. So now we have the coupon, and we want to somehow assign this coupon to the order. So again, on the order, we're going to need to create a foreign key field to the coupon. So we'll say coupon equals models.foreign key to the coupon, and all of this same stuff. And we're going to need to make migrations for that. So make migrations and migrate, run the server. So now we can then assign this coupon to the order. So we can say order.coupon equals to, we could actually just do it like this, get coupon. And then we say order.save, and then return a redirect back to checkout. And we'll just put a success message, and we'll say successfully added coupon. We're also not doing any kind of validation right now in terms of how many times this coupon has been used, or if you've used this coupon before as well. Those are some things that we need to take into consideration. But for now, let's just take this add coupon and bring it into our URLs. And here I'll just copy that and say this is add coupon, and we'll put code in there, and then just say this name of the URL is add coupon, like that. So now we have a URL, and back inside the order summary.html, we can then go down to that form, and then down in the checkout.html, we should have this form here, and this exact column medium 4 is the exact same thing that we used in the payment.html. If we just come up here, you can see there. I'm going to get rid of that comment there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to create a snippet, and we'll just say that this is the order snippet.html, and I'm just going to paste all of this, and then we can just bring this in a little bit. So we need to make sure that we are passing an order into this order snippet, and we'll also need to pass any coupon codes that we've added. We'll worry about this in a second though. Let's just come back here and we'll say include the order snippet.html, and because this used to be here, we don't need to use the with keyword. So if we come back and refresh this, and this is the wrong view, let's just go here to payment and Stripe. Cool, so you can see that that's still working. So now we want that exact same thing to be used here. So inside checkout, we can pretty much remove the entire column, except we want to make sure that we keep this form. So I'm going to cut it out and bring it into the order snippet, and we'll just paste it right here, and it actually goes inside this div. So like this. But now if we were to come back and just refresh this, now you can see that we have promo code here. And if we don't want to display it here, we can put in some logic to do that as well, but we'll just leave it for now. So back inside checkout, we can then go and remove the entire div. So this here, everything inside there, just delete all of this and say include the order snippet.html. Then let's go back, refresh this, and there it is. We obviously aren't bringing the order into this order snippet. And if we check here for any context variables, we can see we only have a form displaying and a lot of comments. So I'm going to clean this up as well. Okay, that's much better. So we need to make sure that we bring the order into the checkout view. And if we scroll up, then here is the checkout view. And so here in the get, we're going to want to pass in the order. So let's just put order like this. And we'll use the same logic we did down here to try and get the order. I'm just going to copy all of that, come up top here, and use a try again. So we're getting the order, and then we don't need the coupon or any of that. And this is self.request.user, and then say self. Actually, we don't need that message, and we don't need that return there either. We can basically just cut that out, put that inside the try statement, and make sure that this is self.request, and then the order is that order. So we're trying to get the order. If the order doesn't exist, then we will return the exact same redirect to the checkout view and just display the message. Otherwise, we're passing in the form and the order into the context. So now if we come back and let's just see, run the server and refresh this. And there's our order coming through now. So let's now go to the order snippet, and we're going to deal with this form. Now we need to make sure that when we submit this form that it gets posted to the correct URL. And actually, instead of doing it how we have it here, I'm going to remove this code there, and back inside the view I'm going to remove that code as well. I'm going to create a form, and this is going to be the coupon form, which will just be forms.form, and all it takes is a code, which is going to be a character field. And if we take a look at the snippet, we need to make sure that the input has a class of form control. So let's take all of that, come here, and we'll say widget equals forms.text input, and say attributes where the class is form control and the placeholder is promo code. And then we can also add the two fields here. Okay, so all of that. Then we can bring this coupon into the views. So from .forms, import coupon form, and then all the way down here, we're going to say if request dot method equals post, we'll say form equals coupon form, where it's request dot post or none, and then say if form dot is valid, then we will do all of this. Let's just get rid of that, and otherwise we'll return some kind of error. I'm just going to return none there for now, and I'll just put to do raise error. So we're only accepting post requests, and then here in the try statement we'll say that the code equals to form.cleaned data.get the code, so that we can then pass it into the get coupon. And yes, you could also validate this on the form. There's many ways you can do this. And so then here, instead of outputting the input like this, I'm going to comment it out, and here I'm going to say form, and back here inside the view we'll go up to that checkout view up top here. I'll add coupon form as the coupon form like this, and then just come back here and let's change this to coupon form, and I'm going to access dot code because that's the only field there. So now if we come back and refresh this, that still seems to be working. Let's just inspect here, and we can see that the name equals code, so that's looking good. And then here the type button, I'm going to change to type submit, and also add the csrf token. And we need to also add the action, which is going to go to that URL. So it's going to be URL to core, and this is going to be add coupon. So we're posting to the add coupon URL. Let's come back and refresh this now. And if we take a look here, we have first timer. So if we submit first timer, let's just come back here to the view and double check what's going to happen. So it's going to get the code, we're going to check for the order, we're going to get the coupon, save it to the order, and then we'll see successfully added coupon, and it'll redirect us back to this checkout. So let's redeem, and we're getting this didn't return an HTTP, which means that we didn't specify method equals post. So it was sending a GET request. And let's come back and refresh this. Just get rid of all of that. Go to proceed to checkout, add first timer, redeem there, successfully added coupon. Now if we go back to the order, go to that last order, there we can see the coupon is attached. And now we want to add a method that will subtract the amount that the coupon gives a discount for. So let's go back here to the model, and here on the order, in the get total method, after we loop through all the items, we're going to subtract the value on the coupon. So if we come back here, we need an amount on the coupon. So that's going to be a float field, and then the amount here, we will say total minus equals to, and it's going to be self.coupon.amount. And then we're going to need to make migrations. So I'm going to provide a default, and let's just say that this is 20, and then we can migrate, run the server. So if we come back here, now the total is 180, and the promo code, we're going to display the name of it and then the amount over there. So let's go back to order snippet. So now since the coupon is attached to the order, we can access it via that order. So I'm just going to say order.coupon because of the foreign key, and this is going to be .code, and then for this $5 we'll replace that with order.coupon.amount. And there we see first timer, we see -20, and there's the 180 total. So all of that's looking good. If I go to /payment/Stripe, we can see it's working here as well. And what I'm going to do here in this payment view, we can just go back here to views and just scroll up here to the get method of the payment view. I'm going to set display coupon form as false, and then I'm going to copy that and I'm going to bring it here into the get method of the checkout view, paste it here, and I'm going to make this true. Then inside order snippet, let's actually grab this value. We can then say if display coupon form and end if. So if we come back here, now we don't see the coupon form. This is optional if you want to handle it like this. And so let's just go back here to the cart, proceed to checkout. And okay, there it is. And one thing that we also saw is that we were able to go to the payment view without completing the checkout form. So we want to add some kind of condition that's saying something like, if you don't have a billing address, then you can't go to the payment view yet. So let's go to here to the payment view, and we're just going to check here if order dot, and we can come here to billing address. So if order dot billing address, then we will render out this request, and we'll say else. Then we will grab something like that and just say you have not added a billing address, and we'll redirect back to checkout. So now if we just go back here to this order, you can see that it's not ordered yet. So we can see we don't have a billing address here. So that means that if I were to go to payment/Stripe, then it just says you have not added a billing address. Let's just refresh that there. And it seems messages.error doesn't work. So let's use warning instead. And instead there as well. And we'll just replace it like this. So messages.error with messages.warning. There we go. And then if we just come down here to the bottom, we have this to do over here. And instead of checking if the request method is a post, I'm just going to change it into a class-based view, and we'll call it the add coupon view. And again, it's going to take in a view, and then we'll just say define the post request, which takes args and keyword args. And then we can get rid of request.post there, get rid of that, and just pass in self.request instead of request. And then we can just make sure that our URL uses this correctly. So we say .as view and change the import there as well. Run the server. And oh, little spelling error there. Okay, cool. So now we won't be able to send a GET request to this view. And we also won't be able to go to the payment view without having a billing address first. So let's try and complete the process and make sure that everything's working. And we most likely also would want to show the discount here in the order summary. So if we go up to the order summary view, which is here, we're already passing in the order. So that means that we can display the coupon if there is one. So let's open up the templates. We'll go to order summary. And if we scroll down, here we have if order.get total, then we're displaying the total. So what I'm going to do is add another condition and say if order.coupon, then we'll display another row as well and just say end if. So I'll copy that row there and I'll say coupon, and the value will be object.coupon dot amount, and I'm also going to change that to object dot coupon. So if we come here and refresh this, now we have coupon there, and I'll also put a negative in front of that. Cool, so that's displaying there. Proceed to checkout, and we'll just add an address here, select a country, select Stripe, and just enter the Stripe card number, submit payment. Order was successful. Let's go here, refresh it. There's the billing address and the payment. It's now been ordered, and let's go check the payment value, and the amount is 180. So everything seems to be working pretty well, and we have a bunch of ideas for where we could take this, but we also want to get some feedback from you guys. So leave comments down below and let us know what you're thinking about adding to this project, what kind of functionality you want to see, and hopefully we can bring that in future videos in this course. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.